All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of the Always Chillin' Podcast. Kenny D and the Sandman in the barbershop once again. Luckily for my wife, I don't really want to talk about football a whole lot this week.
What's to talk about?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty bad. It was like it was so bad that I'm a Michigan fan for the rest of the year. Like I'm gonna watch them and I'm gonna clap and I want them to beat Ohio State. I hope they make it to the playoffs.
You know what? That's funny you say
I'm gonna
that.
be rooting for Michigan for the rest of the year. They beat us so bad. I respect the shit out of them.
You're right. I don't know who I'm gonna roll with just quite yet.
Yeah,
I don't know who I'm
I
rolling with.
don't know. I think they're pretty good, and they even.
I'm fucking with Georgia. I think I got like a little bromance with Georgia right
good.
now.
That Auburn game seems
They kind of remind me of us in the '90s.
Yeah,
The
they
way
didn't really look strong.
They just look just stronger, bigger, faster. Everything than everybody.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with Georgia.
Mm-hmm. And Michigan, like, they were trying not to run the score up.
It looked like it.
They put in their third string quarterback.
It looked like it.
And then they just started running the ball up the middle every play, but they were still scoring.
I mean, it looked like even their running backs were starting to like quarterback slide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need no more.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck. I guess their quarterback, JJ McCarthy, was like kissing his girlfriend on the sideline and shit.
You know what though?
It's like we weren't even there. It's like they were at practice.
I watched a lot of football, college mainly. I think I'm getting back into the NFL, but I'm watching college mainly, and I'm looking at teams like Duke. You saw Duke beating Notre Dame, right?
Oh, they won?
Yeah, 14-13, I think. Damn. But I'm looking at even the Georgia game, just all out, just other teams, whether they're ranked or not. And I'm looking at the talent. I'm looking at the heart. I'm looking at the urgency. I'm looking at just the and other teams, bro. And we ain't got that on neither side of the ball. Neither side of the ball.
I was watching the LSU Ole Miss game after I got home from fucking Nebraska game.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the LSU quarterback name, but so sorry if you listen to the show.
From Nebraska.
Sorry. I don't know his name, but dude, he threw this pass and the receiver made this crazy catch. He like dropped it right in the basket and the receiver made like a one-handed grab. And I was like, my wife was in the room and I was like, oh my God. And she was like, what happened? And I was like, I don't think we have anybody that can do that.
We ain't got that.
Like when we play stuff like that, it doesn't happen.
Never. It hasn't happened in years. And why?
The fucking Michigan guy catching that touchdown on the back of Isaac Gifford's helmet, like,
and then pulled him in with the ball. That's just strength, dog. That's pure strength.
We don't have anybody that can do that.
That was pure strength. Strength, concentration, and I want to. I'm going to.
It was tough, man. This is one of those games. It's like, this is really going to measure where we're at, and it's like, we're pretty far away.
Well,
pretty fucking far away.
Like I told everybody, I'm not drinking anybody's Kool-Aid. I'm not drinking Deion's Kool-Aid. I'm not drinking Matt Rule's Kool-Aid. I think it's official. I don't think he's the guy. I think we got another nice guy. I think we got another Mike Riley guy.
No, you can't say he's not. You can't say he's not.
And I think you had even mentioned it once before, where you got one of the best running backs possibly could be in the nation, and you won't play him because he has fumble issues, but you're willing to put this quarterback in who has the same fumble issues.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not. Jeff Sims benched for all intents and purposes, man. And I think if anything, Harbaugh is winning the job. He threw for 200 yards. It didn't feel like it, but he did.
Got to be his job.
Yards. Yeah.
There can't be any question.
I don't know. I don't think
you can't be afraid, and it's not about hurting the kid's feelings, but you gotta be willing to sit that kid down and say, hey, we can either think about another position or
get your shit together. Mostly
get your shit together. You know what I mean? We want you on the field, but you if it's not working out at this position, man, you might want to think about wide out or slot.
Yeah, I mean he has another year left too, so
we'll see how it goes.
Exactly, made a case for him to transfer anywhere.
But to say that, and I'm like, well,
I don't know.
Why would you be willing to put this guy in who fumbled 4 times in a game?
I don't think he is.
I hope not.
I don't think he is, and I think that's why he hasn't been.
I hope not.
And I don't think. I don't know. I don't think he's I don't think he has the nice guy problem necessarily. I think he keeps it pretty real. He actually yesterday in his press conference he kind of laid it down a little bit.
I didn't watch it.
He was like, hey man, if you think like I don't want to fight, if you think these
I mean, even just look at those Michigan players. You see some of these
Yeah.
dudes, man. These dudes are big, man. These dudes behemoths, man.
Yeah, he laid it down though. He's like, if you think I don't have fight in me, if you think these players don't have fight in them, he said you're gonna find out when we play Illinois. That's what he said. He laid it out.
Okay.
He straight up said you're gonna find out.
I didn't watch the press conference.
He said you're gonna find out a lot about this team, and you're gonna find out a lot about me.
Well, wherever these coaches,
Said
Oregon, Auburn, Georgia, USC, wherever they're recruiting, why ain't you motherfuckers there on the same fucking porch knocking on the same goddamn doors? Why ain't you going to get in those same dogs that are displayed every Saturday across the nation from the West Coast to the East, from the North to the South? Yeah. Why don't we have those dogs? Why aren't you going to get in those dogs? What makes you afraid to go challenge for them same dogs that USC, Auburn, and Georgia is getting? You can't tell me. I don't want to hear that Nebraska's cursed shit, none of that shit. If your recruiters and your coaches are worth millions that we're getting with them, you should be able to go compete for them same fucking dogs that everybody else is getting. If Boise State can get a dog, Nebraska can get a fucking dog.
I don't know. Yeah, that game sucked.
It did.
That's it.
It did.
The game just sucked.
It just did, man.
Did you see they animated the Jaguars game today?
No.
It was like you could watch it. You could watch the regular game, or you could on Disney Plus. You could watch it. They were animating it. It was like in Andy's room in Toy Story, and all the players were little toys, and they were animating the game live while it happened. I don't know how they did it. Obviously, I have no idea, but you could watch it. You could watch the real thing, or like it was for kids, and it was like kind of teaching them the rules of football and stuff.
Okay. I was gonna say, is it leaning more towards kids?
Yeah, they had an animated booger commentating the thing,
trying to get them back interested in sports a little more.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of cool. It was a little janky, but it's kind of cool. Like the Slinky dog from Toy Story, he was the sticks, the first down line marker and shit. It's the Slinky dog.
That sounds dope.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I mean, is the NFL hurting that bad to where they got to do shit like that?
No, I don't think so. It's just Disney owns so much shit.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like Disney owns ESPN and ABC. And
where is Disney in Florida? Orlando? They don't have an NFL team in Orlando?
No,
they don't.
No,
they don't. Just NBA. Surprised they don't.
I kind of am too. They probably have a baseball team.
Yeah, I'm sure. Florida. Yeah, probably. I read something today on Twitter about the Redskins might go back to being the Redskins.
Yeah, because who is it? I'm gonna Google it, but I read that article. Because their logo was an actual
a real guy,
and they were like, they felt like they were honoring him and stuff. I'll find it real quick.
I thought so. I didn't know. I did not know it was a real guy, but I always thought, it would be an honor anyway. What was that? The Woke Society's?
Yeah, it's a Native American group. I'm trying to find the name of the group. But Magic Johnson, because he's part of the ownership now, he was talking about they're looking at changing the name a while ago.
Fucking Magic, huh? Magic got his hands in all kinds of shit. Need that medication.
Let's see.
You got that bread, boy.
North
You can.
Dakota Native American.
What Kanye say? Anybody can make it if Magic did it.
Yeah, fucking. Never mind. It wants me to pay so I can read it. So sorry, I can't find the name of this group, but some Native American group is suing.
So it's an actual Native American group. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. What are they now? The Commanders?
Commanders, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of whack.
Because I'm trying to see. It's the Native American Guardians Association.
Okay.
Had an online petition. Petition got 150,000 signatures. The group's looking for $1.6 million in damages for some reason. I don't really.
Damages.
Oh, and they think Commanders is more like honoring like oppressors than, I don't know about that. It seems a little.
Commanders.
The Redskins were the only team in the National Football League to honor an actual Native American, they said. Which
I didn't know that.
Which, I mean, it's true.
I didn't know that.
The other ones were.
That was a head buster right there.
The franchise adopted the name Redskins in 1933. The team logo was a portrait of black Blackfoot Chief John Two Guns Whitecalf. That's fucking badass.
John Two Guns White Cat.
Two
Boy,
Guns
I ain't
Whitecalf.
coming to
This
play.
is a picture. This is.
Oh shit! Word. I've
that's
seen that picture
actually-
before.
Yeah.
Word.
That's John Two Guns
Two Guns
Whitecalf.
White Calf. I ain't coming to fuck around with y'all.
So they said every time they go out on the field, they were honoring Chief Whitecalf, and they were battling on the football field with the same honor and integrity and courage, and they should continue to honor that.
I can dig it.
The logo was designed by a Blackfoot tribal leader with input and support from Native
Word?
American community. I didn't know all this.
I didn't know that. Damn.
The team's original name and logo were inspired by a 17th century chief. So this Guardians Association claims that in 2020 the franchise didn't cancel the Redskins name, it canceled the legacy of the people who inspired it.
Ooh, shit.
So they actually think they're eradicating Native American history.
I can see where they feel like that. Yeah. I mean, reading who this guy was.
So this article says maybe the name wasn't racist, maybe changing the name was racist. Damn.
A fucking way to flip it.
Damn.
Huh?
And it's like I don't remember, so I can't talk on it. But who was mad about it? Was it actual Native
I don't know. That's
Americans
what I'm
that were mad
saying.
about it?
Was it woke society? I think it was that whole.
Or was it a bunch of white people that were mad about it?
Well, I think for years they had been trying to fuck with the Redskins.
Did they just want to fire?
Because the
Dan
Redskins
Snyder
just
guy?
didn't.
Because everybody hated Dan Snyder.
It was the Cleveland Indians are now like, I don't know what they are now, but they're not the Indians anymore.
No, I think aren't they still the Indians? They just changed their logo because their logo was like a kind of racist cartoon. It was like a caricature of an Indian guy, or a Native American guy. Sorry, but this is like the Redskins logo is a portrait of an actual
real
person.
guy.
So it was kind of honoring that guy, but the Cleveland Indians logo was more like making fun of it. Made a cartoon out of it, which is worse. Probably, yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how that goes.
I don't know.
Because the family, they resisted it for years. Why didn't they ever come out with that statement? Why didn't they ever let us know that? I don't know. You could have said that a long time ago.
I don't know. Shit. What else is going on? I don't know what we're talking about today.
This Tupac bullshit.
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about that Tupac stuff? Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's going to be like an OJ thing. I think it'll be a 9-month trial. They'll find him not guilty. And then in the long run, whoever's in charge of Tupac's estate will make billions of dollars off of him again. Whoever's hands it's in now will make billions of dollars off of him now.
Yeah.
That we don't know who that. We don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
His mom passed away a few years ago. So somebody's gonna get rich off of Tupac.
They're
gonna do a documentary.
Like, why were they suddenly so interested in solving that shit?
I don't know.
Again,
after almost 30 years.
Yeah, because it's like they had to have practically considered it to be just a cold case at this point, almost.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then all of a sudden, one day they're like, "We're gonna search this guy's house."
Well, for one, and I don't know L.A. politics, gang culture. But from what, the little bit, most of those people are probably dead. Everybody that has something to do with that, one way or the other, are all dead. There was no real conspiracy to Tupac getting killed. Tupac, like I said, was around some dudes that he shouldn't have been around. I mean, this dude went to the arts high school, whatever, you know what I mean? This dude was studying to be an actor and shit, in junior high and high school. This dude wasn't no thug. He wasn't no gang member. What his homie should have did was like, you go over there while we handle this. He ended up kicking a dude in the head that was a known fucking killer and got caught slipping.
This is Dwayne Davis is his name.
Keefy D.
Read this article about it.
I think he's one of the oldest, if not the oldest Crip neighborhood in L.A.
Dwayne Davis charged with 1996 murder of Tupac. Let's see.
And they said they found a bullet?
Yeah,
One single bullet?
Mr. Davis was arrested near his Las Vegas home early on Friday. Will appear in court within days. Police have shared his mugshot.
He's probably
Police say
released.
he planned the deadly shooting after his nephew was involved in a fight with Shakur in a casino.
And see, and everybody Tupac was, they were Bloods, they were Pyrus, and that whole side, they were all Crips. It was good old-fashioned gang violence, man. That's it.
Yeah. In court, prosecutor, whatever his name is, Mark something, described Mr. Davis, a former leader of the Southside Compton Crips street gang, as the on-ground, on-site commander who ordered the death of Tupac. At a news conference later on Friday, a police officer, this is from BBC, by the way. So even
official,
even the Brits are interested in this, I guess. At a news conference later on Friday, police officer Jason Johansson said the force's persistence in the investigation ultimately paid off. Oh, and he's about to explain what led to the breakthrough. So let's see. He said Orlando Anderson, the suspect's late nephew, and Tupac had been involved in a fight in a casino shortly before the rapper was shot.
Right.
Mr. Johansson showed reporters hotel security camera footage of Anderson being beaten. He said this ultimately led to the retaliatory shooting of Tupac as he was waiting in his car at a red light.
Right.
Okay. So this Tupac beat up this guy's nephew, and then this guy ordered Tupac. I don't know if he did it or if he ordered it, because I think it kind of said both. Let's see. Let's keep reading. Find out.
It's all in the language. They say he ordered it. You know what I mean? If I'm somewhere with my crew and the other side over there, you know what I mean, they beat up my homeboy, I might say something like, man, we gotta get that motherfucker. Or you better go get that motherfucker. We gotta ride on them motherfuckers tonight. He may have said something like that. But did he say, yo, go kill Tupac? I highly doubt that.
Let's see.
That ain't the way a motherfucker talk.
Officers added it became obvious very quickly that this was gang-related, and the case had been reviewed multiple times.
Facts.
It was not until 2018 when new information came to light that the case was reinvigorated.
What's the new information?
Don't know. Mr. Johansson also mentioned Mr. Davis's own admissions to media outlets that he was in the vehicle where the shots.
He witnessed it. Yeah, he said he witnessed.
He said he was in the car.
Said he was right there.
Not just that he witnessed it. He said he was in the car where the shots came from.
Right.
Apparently, the sheriff was visibly emotional about this. He said for 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur have been waiting for justice.
I mean, his dad just passed. His mom passed.
This article is about why they waited so long to do anything. It says cops likely waited years to arrest Tupac murder suspect Dwayne Davis so he would air more confessions.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can go on.
What does that mean?
And some say Vlad TV is he's somebody said he's a Fed. I mean, I don't know why, but some of these dudes, some of these rappers, they get on these shows and other podcasts and shit, man, and they fucking say shit, you know what I mean, that you ain't fucking supposed to say.
Oh, yeah.
There's just some questions you ain't supposed to answer.
I guess this dude had been on TV a bunch of times.
Yeah,
and he was writing memoirs and stuff, so they were like,
yeah.
So they were just waiting, like, let's just see. Let's see what he self-confesses.
Police ain't stupid.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what's going on with him. He's getting charged with that.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I think it'll be an OJ thing. I think it will end up a mistrial, and he'll be able to disappear. He'll probably make more money off of it. His book's definitely gonna sell. Whatever he's got going on is definitely gonna sell.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody will go to prison for it.
Flavor Flav says he's happy that this guy got arrested. So there you go.
But shit, Eminem kind of what was that Eminem album where he was beefing with MGK? What was that song on there where he was talking about where Diddy had something to do with Tupac?
Oh yeah,
I can't remember the name of that song.
I can't either. The one MGK did, that one was called Rap Devil.
Right.
I don't remember what Eminem's response was called. Anyway,
he kind of told us right. Kind of told us right there. But after 20, I don't know. Like I said, I think it'll be an OJ thing.
Apparently, Floyd Mayweather was he said that he saw the Tupac shooting, but now he's saying that he didn't. So that's weird. Oh, I kind of want to listen to it. This says AI resurrects DMX and Tupac for mind-blowing viral song.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna listen to that here in a second.
Man, collabs that we never got.
Yeah,
damn. You know what I'm saying?
AI is kind of cool, right?
Fuck, collabs that we never got.
AI is scary, but it's kind of cool.
It's you know.
Apparently,
what I mean?
Tupac thought Michael Jordan was a pussy or something. Said he was a bad role model. He said, "I never saw Michael Jordan in the hood."
No, and a lot of and that's interesting because Black America, I think, was very split on Michael Jordan, as far as that goes. My dad fucking hated Michael Jordan, and my dad was a product of the '60s. You know what I mean? He grew up in the civil rights era, so he was
probably depending on if you were a Bulls fan or not.
He was more of a Lakers fan.
Yeah,
grew up, loving the Lakers. But
I bet if he was a Bulls fan, he would have liked Michael Jordan.
Probably. I don't know.
You don't think so?
No. Like I said, my dad, he came from a different era.
Yeah, that's true.
60s and 70s, where he was more like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Jim Brown, those type of guys that spoke out against injustice and shit. Reggie Jackson. Yeah, he thought Michael Jordan was a pussy too, because he never really spoke out for the black community. He never really did a whole lot for the black community. Shit, motherfuckers was getting killed for his shoes and shit. Like I said, my parents would never buy me a pair of Jordans in the 80s and the 90s. I didn't get my first J's until I was a grown-ass man. Mm-hmm. I didn't know Tupac felt that way about him, though.
Yeah, guess so. There's all kinds of man. Tupac, man.
Somebody's gonna make some bread off of it.
If he stayed alive, dude, because like he's been dead for 30 years, and like you type Tupac into Google News, and it's like article after article after article after article.
I think
like
Tupac.
People are still talking about Tupac every day.
He was, and this is just my opinion. This is what I think. I think he would have been knee deep into politics, and everybody loved Tupac so much that there may have been a third political party called Thug Life or some shit, bro. I think everybody loved him I mean, would you say the BBC did? That was a BBC article, you know what I mean? So
I probably would have voted for him.
You know what I mean? Who wouldn't have?
All right. Let's see what's going on. So yeah, that's what's going on with the Tupac thing. We'll continue our coverage on that.
Yeah, we gonna continue our
going on. Right
it's
now,
gonna be like the OJ trial, bro.
Yeah, right now the dude he's indicted. So what does that mean?
Indicted?
Yeah.
It depends on state.
Like that means like
you're charged.
You're gonna go to trial for it now.
You're pretty much charged.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to trial for this.
Okay.
The evidence is solid.
Government's about to get shut down again. That's pretty cool.
I don't know where I'm at with that shit right now, man.
Apparently, iPhones are overheating. Man, kind of some slow news. You know who I'm kind of, and this like, just like it wasn't Dion's fault that I was kind of tired of Dion. I'm getting pretty tired of Taylor Swift. To be honest with you, it's like now that she's dating Travis Kelce, like I can't even like. ESPN is talking about like
Taylor Swift.
What Taylor Swift had for breakfast or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't fucking care about Taylor Swift that much. She makes good music and she's rich and
I couldn't tell you
like
one
changing
song.
the world and stuff.
So
I got it. Like
song.
she deserves.
How old is she?
She deserves all the success. I don't know. Probably like. I bet she's like 29 or something.
Really? Still that young?
Let's see. Oh, she's 33.
33?
Never mind.
Yeah, it's time for her to grow up. I think it's time for her to grow up. It's time for her to be a lady.
Well, I mean, she is.
What's she doing? Breakup songs and shit.
Oh well. I mean, you don't even know what her music's like.
Talking about dropping that ass down on something or something. Shit, goddamn.
Well, that's just not the kind of music she makes.
That bubblegum ass shit.
That's just not the kind of music she makes, dude. Well, she makes pop music.
Yeah, I guess it's pop. Yeah.
Yeah, she has to make bubblegum music.
Not a pop fan.
She doesn't have to, but
yeah, just not a Taylor Swift fan either, though. I don't see the relevance.
She doesn't make music for you.
No, not at all.
And she doesn't make music for me. And like I said, like I don't have a problem with her music necessarily or her or whatever. I'm just like,
I'm not a Chiefs fan.
Newspapers they have Taylor Swift specific reporter. Like their whole job is to report about what Taylor Swift is
Well,
doing.
what shoes she was wearing? The New Balance 550s. Yeah. So everybody ran out and got the New Balance 550s.
Yeah.
Which are I don't like those, by the way.
There's like some school has like an economics course. It's like Taylor Swift economics, like about like the impact that she has on the cities where she which is true, and she gives a bunch of people she gives a bunch of people jobs, and she pays them really well.
She does that,
and all that. And I guess she puts like her tour crew people. She puts them all up in like super nice hotels and shit. Like she takes care of people, and she seems nice. So like I said, she deserves all the.
She ain't beating motherfuckers up like Lizzo and shit.
No, so I mean, not that we know of it.
Not that we know of, I guess.
But
I knew it.
So it seems
like
Lizzo
was crazy, man.
It seems like she deserves all the success that she's having. It's just, and it's again, it's none of this is her fault. It's just like I'm tired of hearing about her, and she's probably tired of so much.
She's a good, clean, wholesome glass of milk for America, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Dudes think she's pretty. Girls want a beer.
Yeah, like I'm sure, like if I was her, I'm sure I would be tired of being the subject of conversation quite this much. Like she can't even get on the news without seeing news about herself.
Would you know?
Like, I mean, would you know? I don't think I would like that. But I don't like when people are in my fucking business, dude. Like we go to
yeah, I know, you know what I'm saying.
We go get coffee over at 7 Brew, and like next time we're at your place, ask my wife how often I tell her that some shit's none of somebody else's business. It's probably like 8 times a day. But we always get coffee at 7 Brew,
right?
And every single time they must tell him to say this, but every single time we go over there, they're making your coffee, and the person's just sitting and you have your window open, it's like awkward. But they always go, so what are your plans for the rest of the day? And I'm always like, nothing. And then we leave, and I'm like, none of your fucking business. Like, you don't need to know what I'm doing. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
You ain't never been there.
Leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really like people being in
small
my
talk.
business.
Yeah,
I don't like people being in my business like at all. Like
I don't like small talk.
Like my wife's sister will be like, they'll be on the phone, and I'll hear my wife's sister be like, "Oh, what's your husband doing?" And I'll be like, "She don't need to fucking worry about. Like she don't need to worry about what I'm doing. Like you tell her to quit asking what I'm doing because she
telling people what I'm doing.
Yeah, like she don't need to know. Nobody needs to know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I can dig it, man. I can dig it.
I'm like that about stuff. So if I open Google News and it was like, it showed me like at fucking Applebee's eating, and it's like, oh, he ate a fucking chicken salad sandwich. Like I wouldn't like that. Yeah. I wouldn't like that one single bit, man.
I mean, but she shows up though. She might like that shit.
Or like if
I think, what do you call that shit?
If I wear these shoes and all of a sudden every single person in the country is trying to wear these shoes, I don't think I'd like it.
It happens like that. Like I said, every little chick.
I mean,
the other day
specifically,
had the
but
New Balance 550s.
Yeah, if I wore my red Crocs out and I saw every single
within a week, what was that? Last Sunday?
Yeah.
Within a week, every little girl had the little 550s.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Within a week.
It's weird, dude. And it's like her ticket sales thing, like
how much is her ticket?
Well,
See, she's fucking with Beyonce.
People are like reselling them for like tens of thousands of dollars.
To jail for that shit,
well, and she's not making that money. It's people reselling them. So like other people are getting rich off of her, and I wouldn't like that much either. So there's like,
how much are these fucking tickets?
I'm sitting here thinking about it, and there's actually a lot about her situation that I would not like at all. Like there's a lot about her life that I would not appreciate.
Yeah, because I mean, you're responsible for this shit. How much are those fucking
She's not even responsible for. She's just trying to sing her music.
It's gotta be so much money to report like it as like income, right?
Well, yeah, but it's like it's these ticket scalpers getting money off of her. It's like she's not, when people resell it, the ticket scalpers buy it and then resell
or
it.
they got 20 tickets and they're making 20 grand.
She only makes
report that.
She only makes money that first time, but they're making like $10,000 off of her.
Yeah, you got to report that, bro.
Well, yeah, you definitely would. Let's see.
That's fucking crazy.
Let's see. So This lady paid $2,000 per ticket for 2 tickets.
That's crazy. And I think you kind of sign up for that shit too.
But they were originally on sale for $49, and people are out there selling them for. So I guess the average price for them was like $1,800.
Okay, Beyonce's
Each.
coming Saturday. Her shit's like up to $500 a ticket.
Yeah, so Taylor Swift's blowing her out of the water.
Oh shit.
An average of $1,800.
And we need a calculator.
Oh, but this article actually does the Beyonce Taylor Swift comparison. So the $1,800 that was Beyonce.
A ticket.
Yeah, a ticket. So and Taylor Swift's average is $1,500. So people are paying $300 a ticket more for Beyonce's.
Man, that's a used car with some heat in the wintertime.
What is it about Beyonce?
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know, bro.
Like
maybe we need. I don't know. Maybe we need a little millennial.
If enough people started listening to the show, I'd get a lot of shit for that. But
I don't know.
I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that ever. But I just don't. I mean, she doesn't make music for me either. But it's like she's not.
Well, this younger crowd, they worship the bag. You know what I'm saying? They don't care that your music's fucking shit.
It's like
they don't care.
She doesn't seem that much better at singing or dancing than anybody else, really. To me,
no, it's the bag. You know what I mean? She's rich. You know what I mean? I think that's what they see. For her to still even be relevant, you know what I'm saying? It's the bag. That's what they care about. Every little youngster I got in my chair, and I'm chopping it up with them, and I'm listening to them. I got my ear to the ground on this shit. They respect the bag. That's it.
Maybe I'll have my wife explain what the big deal about Beyonce is to me.
Please.
What makes her? Why is she the one from Destiny's Child that got mega famous?
Well, I mean, I go back. I remember when Destiny's Child came out. There was one in the group. Her name was Farrah. Man, she was so fine. She was killing Beyonce, man. She had green eyes, man. See
if I can even recognize
She
her.
sang just as good as Beyonce, if not better.
Oh, there's 4 of them in Destiny's Child?
There were 4, yeah.
I thought there was only 3.
There were 4. And they started with 4, they got rid of 1, and then I think they hired another one. But the one Farrah, man, she was the one. She was like the front of the group.
Yeah, I really couldn't even. Like, I get these other ones that aren't Beyonce, I could see them at Target, and I would have no idea that I even saw somebody from Destiny's Child.
The one Farrah, man. I liked Farrah. She was the one for me. I wasn't even looking at Beyonce.
I don't know which one she is, but Beyonce is the only one of these people that
I even thought Kelly was finer than Beyonce. I still do. Kelly Rowland, fine as hell, man.
Yeah, I don't know what the big deal about Beyonce.
Then she married Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, and that, that added to it.
Maybe I'm just a hater, though, Could be that I'm just a fucking hater.
No, just not a fan.
Well, I'm not even hating. I'm just like...
Nah, that's not hating.
I want somebody to explain it to me. It's just like, what's the big fucking deal?
I think
I don't think anybody that I like should be, like, the celebrity worship thing. It's like out of control.
It's way out of control. Way out of control. Way out of control.
Like, meeting a celebrity or whatever would be cool, but it's not going to go past
from
like
across the room.
Like, oh hey man, like I love your movies or something. Like that's probably the most I'm going to do.
Yeah, and we can walk off. Yeah, today it's just like.
And then it'll just be a cool story. Like, oh, I saw fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right. Like I was a fan of Michael Jordan.
I'll be like, oh, can I get a selfie? Like whatever. That's probably about the end of it.
I was probably one of Mike's biggest fans, but when I went out on the court, I wasn't 6'6". You know what I mean? I didn't have the hang time. I didn't try to copy Mike's game. I played my own game. I didn't worship him to the point where I was gonna try to mimic everything. You know what I mean? And be that. You know what I mean? I had my own style, I had my own game. But that's the era I grew up in, individuality, where it was cool to be an individual. Even I'll use fashion. Like I said, everybody went and got those 550s, man. If I had $1 for every pair of 550s I saw throughout this week because of Taylor Swift, man, I'd be able to buy another barbershop. Back in my day, you know what I mean? It was unless they were friends. You know what I mean? They might have the same jeans or rock the same sneakers or something, but everybody was an individual. Not everybody had the same haircut. Not everybody wore the same, not everybody wore the same anything. Where now it's just like the bus stop over here after school when the kids get off, man, I probably saw 30 pair of Nike Panda Dunks. It's like, damn, y'all all got the same fucking pair of shoes on. There's no individuality anymore. anymore.
Yeah, it is kind of. It is I think it is a money thing too, because it's like I follow this guy on Instagram and he has panda dunks, so that's what people with money dress like. So I'm gonna dress like that too.
Exactly.
Yeah, weird.
Exactly.
We went and saw a comedian magician.
Oh, word.
Last week.
Where at?
It was actually kind of at the Funny Bone in Omaha.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
We should go sometime, man,
Yeah,
because it's like it's 4-person tables. So if you go with just 2, you got to sit with a couple fucking randoms,
right?
Which I didn't like, dude. And we sat down. And it's kind of tight in there. They pack you in there, so the tables are kind of like they're kind of sideways, and you're sitting like back to back with people, and you can order drinks and food or whatever, but they sat us down with these 2 like random ladies, and then we sat down and they started they flagged the waitress down, and they're like, oh, can we move this table a little bit because they're just really squished, pointing at us, but we never said anything, and we're sitting there totally fine, and they're like making a scene about us being too squished, and we're like, no, we're fine, whatever. And they're like, the people behind them, they're like, okay, hey, can you scoot back because they're just really squished? And I'm like, yo, we're not, lady, like we're not squished.
We good, man.
I'm
everybody staring at me and shit.
I know. I'm like looking at the people behind her, like we didn't say anything about this. Like we're not squished at all. I don't know why these 2 ladies took it upon themselves to make like a scene about us being squished, but we were just sitting there totally fine.
Say shit,
not squished at all.
Shut the fuck up.
So we should go with you guys. We should go with you guys sometime.
I'm with it. Nice little safe zone.
Go up to Omaha, yeah, and then we could both secure a table. But yeah, he was a comedian magician, man. It was pretty fucking funny. He just came out. I wasn't expecting him to come out like just talking shit to everybody, but he was, man. He was like,
so it was a rated R type comedian.
Yeah, it's 21 and over. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At the Funny Bone. Yeah. Yeah, and he was just, and then every once in a while he would just do an amazing magic trick and fucking blow everybody's mind. He was one of those like everything was crowd. Right, like he had a volunteer for everything, you know.
Right,
and he was just like,
so like
just relentless,
legit, fucked up,
flaming everybody,
fucked you up, magic type shit, huh?
Yeah, it was good. Some of it, and then he would do like, in between, he would do these tricks that weren't actual magic tricks. Like he grabbed he's like, oh, anybody got a 20 or whatever, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna put this Sharpie through this 20, and he's up there pushing like as hard as he can, you know, and it's like he just like actually shoved it through it, you know, and he's like, check it out. But then as soon as he's done doing that, he had this lady pick a card, and then she showed everybody the card, you know, whatever, and he's like, oh, put it back in the deck, and then he's like, oh, the card's gone, you know, and he pulls out his wallet, and then he pulls out a condom from the inside of the wallet, and he gives it to the lady, you know, and then he's like, oh, open that up. He's like, your card is gonna be inside the condom wrapper. And then every once in a while, some dudes in the audience would be like, "No way," and he'd be like, "Yes, fucking way." And then he'd be like, "Bah, abracadabra" type shit, you know. So this lady opens the condom and pulls it out, and there's the card from the deck is inside of the condom wrapper, inside of his wallet. So he can do stuff like that, but he's also fucking around a lot too.
Magicians, man, are, I won't say evil to me, but definitely not right.
Yeah, well, he's a little goofy.
Like motherfuckers like David Blaine, that fucking Chris
he
Angel.
wasn't like that. He was like card tricks and shit mostly.
Okay.
He wasn't
put his arm fucking through nobody's body and shit.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing
yeah,
like
magicians
that,
to me, man. I don't know. Magic just freaks me out. I never wanted to be a magician as a kid.
Keep an eye on the Funny Bone, and when there's somebody that we'll both like, we should fucking go up there, man. That shit was pretty fun.
I think I saw Sinbad there years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of people they got coming up. Let's make a double date live on air.
Let's make it happen, Kevin.
Let's not talk to our wives about it. Most of these people I've never really heard of. Oh, fucking Pete Lee, actually. He's pretty funny. I'm actually going to go home and tell my wife about that. He's this fucking...
Sometimes them best ones.
He's this guy from Minnesota. Schuler King.
Shit, give me a Hennessy and a Coke, dog. I'll get up there and do a set.
TJ Miller, I've heard of him. Obviously. They don't have too many fucking... Kevin Claiborne, Sam Morrill. Yeah, this isn't that good of a lineup, but
I'll go fuck with it.
Yeah, I mean, comedy shows are funny, man.
I'll go fuck. It's comedy.
Comedy shows are fun. And they have like waitresses the whole time. You just sit there, eat dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Smoke me a joint before I go in.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The only thing that sucks is it's in Omaha. And my wife, she bought these tickets to this Magic comedy show, and he had an opener as a black dude. His name is CJ Starr. He's pretty funny, but he walked up and he was like, man, so there's really not shit to do in Nebraska, huh? He's like, you guys are at a Magic comedy show. Kind of made me feel bad. I was like, yeah, it's kind of whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever.
Whatever. I mean,
but he was funny. We got one of his fucking t-shirts.
Find plenty to do around here, man.
Yeah. Plus, it was cool. But anyway, my wife bought the tickets for us. Kind of, she was just like out of the blue one day, like, let's go see this comedy magician. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure, let's go. But it was a great time, man. We had a lot of fun. I wanna do some more shit like that.
I'm with it for sure. I'm with it.
But I don't want to sit with so many random people that are gonna fucking.
Yeah, I don't like that shit either.
Be in my business.
I don't like that shit either.
Yeah.
Drinking that lemonade.
It looks really good, man. Every time you have that, I'm like,
man, this shit's fire right here. Real lemons, dog.
Yeah, and I want to Google what
Trader Joe's. I'm probably the only black dude in Trader Joe's every Sunday morning getting lemonade. Shit's like a bar, man. Like you can go pick your fucking lemons out and shit, take them back to the juice bar dude, or whatever you want mixed. Just take it back there.
Just make your own juice.
Yeah, and you be like, yeah, juice. Yeah, make some carrot juice with that. Make some lemon juice. Make some fucking watermelon juice, which is natural Viagra, by the way, fellas.
You say
Sip it
every time. You say that every time, man.
If you ain't ready yet, sip it. But if you're ready now, go ahead and shot that shit.
I'm gonna Google it. I don't doubt you. I'm just gonna. Let's look at the science.
Whatever you want juiced.
Watermelon juice.
While you're shopping, you can take it back there to him. He'll put that shit in big bottle, small, medium bottle for you, and you good, man.
Citrulline. Watermelon's a natural source of citrulline. Citrulline is an amino acid that may support better erections. Excuse me.
Might as well call it an erection.
What was we don't have a ton of time, but what was sex ed like when you were in school?
It's a great question.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I remember watching videos and I'm like, oh, testicles.
Well, first of all, we had these weekly folders we had to take home. Did you guys have those?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we had these weekly folders. I think it was every Wednesday or maybe Friday. We would get like what the shit we were supposed to give our parents. So we would get home and we'd just hand this folder to our parents, this little envelope to our parents. And it was all the shit they had to sign and and know what we were learning and shit. So they would send these forms in our folders with us, and our parents, if they wanted us to participate.
Oh, it was optional.
It was optional. Otherwise, you go down to the office and or the library.
I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, I don't want to talk to them.
Well, my parents, obviously, because I was in the class.
Yeah, I'd be like, you teach them.
I think it was 5th and 6th graders. They would put the boys in one classroom, and they put all the girls in one classroom, and they showed us shit.
It's probably a little complicated these days.
It would be. I mean, it wasn't like they didn't show us fucking porn or nothing.
I know.
Yeah, they showed us. Yeah, they showed us. They showed us.
I know. And they showed you the girl stuff too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed us the boy stuff and the girl stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it wasn't porn, but it was very, very vivid, memorable.
Yeah, I mean, there was pictures.
Yeah, there was pictures. Yeah, there were pictures.
The STD parts definitely had pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, I think I almost earled on that shit.
Yeah.
But then 7th grade health. Yeah, that's when shit got real serious. Because like I said, by 7th grade, we had 2 girls in school that were pregnant.
Oh shit! Yeah, so it was time.
Yeah.
They were like, it's time for us to teach.
Yeah, we got to get a little bit deeper with this shit. By the time I got to high school, shit, I had a son. So I went to Lincoln High. I remember coming to school one day, and it was cameras, lights, action. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because I barely went to school, so I probably didn't know what the fuck was going on that day. But it was fucking National Geographic.
Huh.
Lincoln High was the first high school in the nation to have a daycare in the school.
Oh.
So sex ed from 5th and 6th grade, by the time I got to high school, bro, it was like shit. I mean, high school, they called it parenting class. You know what I mean? And my girlfriend then, we were pregnant in high school. She was a senior, I was a junior, you know what I mean? So me and her wasn't even a class, but they sat me and her in this fucking room, and we had to watch a baby being born. And I remember I was just like,
they set you down together.
Yeah,
so like she's watching it and just looking at you.
Yeah, we're watching it.
Like you did. This,
I'm more like looking at her like damn, you got to do that.
Like you did this to me.
You got to do that shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. She wasn't looking at you like, what the fuck is this?
Nah, man. I think we were just 17 and 18 years old. I think we were just so young. You know what I mean? It was more like, fuck, this shit's about to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was more like that. So yeah, from 5th and 6th grade to even just my junior year, man, it got deeper and deeper and deeper every year. To where it was, I think they were still calling it sex ed.
Yeah.
But parenting, by high school, it was parenting class. Because a lot of in my day, a lot of kids, we already had kids and shit, babies having babies.
It's pretty much what it was like for us too. I think in like elementary school ish, like 5th, 6th grade, they it's kind of like the puberty thing.
Right.
And then as we got a little bit older, it turned into like, this is what sex is.
Right.
And like they weren't like, when we were like little, they didn't get into the sex part. It was just like, your body's gonna start doing some stuff.
Right.
And
the hair under your arms, the hair, you know what I mean? Your pubic hair and shit. I think you're
gonna start getting boners for no reason.
Waking up
at all.
Like, yeah. Or going to the bathroom that day and realizing you got pubic hair and shit, man. It's like it was like overnight, like, God damn, that shit grew overnight.
And you wake up and you're like, oh, I kind of fucking stink.
You know what I'm saying? I smell like that. I thought it was kind of dope. Like, I smell like that. Like, damn, I'm a man now.
I had acne real fucking bad.
I didn't.
I was on like, I had to get the medicated stuff.
I didn't.
Fucking, what the fuck was it called? Not Clearasil. What the fuck was it called? That there's commercials for it on TV all the time. You know what I'm talking about? That acne medication.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
What the fuck was
it? P Diddy, wasn't it?
Proactive.
Yeah, P Diddy shit.
Yeah, they had celebrities and shit like, yo, I'm P Diddy and I have acne.
Yeah, I had a clear face all my life, man.
Dude, I had pizza face bad.
No.
Yeah, I had that shit everywhere. This Proactive stuff, I'll say that Proactive worked pretty good.
Worked pretty good.
Yeah.
I had a clear face all through junior high, man. Didn't have a pimple on my face. Still got a baby face.
That shit's funny too. They had in those sex ed classes, they were like, they passed out like pieces of paper, and they're like, all right, so you can, a question that you were too embarrassed to ask or whatever, you can write it on this piece of paper, and we'll read them and answer them. So like, dude, they're taking these questions out of the box. It's like what happens if I pee inside of the woman's vagina?
I think that's all of our questions.
Well, and then they're like, okay, well, actually, when you have an erection, you can't pee, problem solved. And everyone's like, oh, okay, I got it. Yeah,
okay,
sure,
no worries.
Sure. Like, oh, when exactly am I supposed to pee? It's like, well, you're not supposed to pee.
You're not.
And one of the questions, I don't like. It was actually anonymous. Like, I have no idea. We never knew who asked this shit, but it was like, they wrote like, oh, so I know that when you have sex, you're attached to the girl. So what if you roll off the bed and your penis becomes unhooked from her vagina? Like this kid thought you hooked in there, and it was like you're like stuck, and it's like, so what if like you get stuck and you can't get unstuck, like type shit.
It was a legitimate question.
Those are good questions, man.
Legitimate question.
Oh, I mean, and all of us in the room were like, "Is that how you do?" Like, whoa, did we totally misunderstand? Like,
or you a blessed individual over there, dog? I mean, shit, man, what you doing? Shit, dog.
Yeah, that's what I should have wrote a question like, I should have wrote, "This is Tom. What should you do if your penis is just way too big?" should just
must
said
be
it.
blessed over there, dog.
Should just drew a line in the sand and flexed on everybody. Like, what should you do if your penis is way bigger than everybody else's penis? And I was like, that's my question.
That's my question.
I asked that one.
Damn.
Yeah, sex ed was weird, man.
It was. It was.
They just put on those videos and the teacher just sits down.
It was. And I remember it was all day.
That Bill Nye the Science Guy, like,
it wasn't like for a couple hours. Like, it was all day.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
The morning until after school.
And that was that was probably the first time I was ever like, being a guy is cool.
I think I want to try this pretty soon.
No, not even that. No, not even that.
I think I want to try this
not
pretty
even
soon.
That was the first time that I was like, being a girl fucking sucks. Like, they showed us the girl tapes, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, y'all got a lot of shit to worry about.
We watched the tape about like periods and like my wife was talking about something the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, you don't want toxic shock syndrome, and she's like surprised that you remember that toxic shock syndrome, like when the like a girl leaves a tampon in for too long. And it's like becomes becomes poisonous as toxic shock syndrome.
Yeah.
I said something about it, and she's like, you know what toxic shock syndrome is? I'm like, yeah, man. Like, learned about it in school.
Learned about it.
So we learned about periods. We learned about toxic shock syndrome. We learned about pregnancy. We learned about all the hormonal shit from like menstruation and all that stuff. And we were just sitting there like,
damn,
like being a girl is fucking horrible.
That's a lot to deal with. I can pee when I want, wherever I want.
I was like, being a dude, really cool.
Right.
It's awesome.
I respect. Hey, hats off to y'all. But man,
yeah, for real. I'm
glad
I'm not jealous at all. But fuck, like people. When that's for real. When people talk about like male privilege, I'm like, yeah, like a little bit.
Yeah.
Stuff kind of is just easier.
It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault.
You know, like I think about times where I had a bad day at work and stuff. For real, I think about this sometimes. Like I think about times I had a bad day at work, and I'm like, imagine if it'll be like while my wife's on her period and she'll be texting me like, oh man, I have cramps so bad or whatever, and I'll be like having a bad day at work, and I'll be like, man, imagine if I was having a bad day like this, and I had to deal with like a period. Like, fuck, that would suck.
Oh,
it fucking sucks. Like girls are out here having like regular bad days, and then also
and then on top of that,
they're on their period too.
Damn.
And I'm like, damn, no wonder she's grumpy about it sometimes.
I get
dude.
it. I get it. You just put it all in perspective.
Yeah, man.
Right
like
there.
I'm sitting there like, fuck, today sucks. And then she's like, oh, I'm so fucking bloated and I'm having cramps and like there's blood everywhere.
It just got that face.
Like sometimes I'll come home and she'll be like, don't go in the bathroom. I'm like, what? And she's like, there's blood everywhere. I'm like, okay.
Okay. No worries.
Yeah,
I got you.
She's like, don't go in there until I clean it up. I'm like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like I can help you clean it.
Yeah, y'all got a lot to do with.
Yeah, and then she's like, they're like embarrassed about it too. You know, like they have to worry about it all day. Like she's always like walking in front of me and being like, see if I'm bleeding through my pants. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, I had to help a gal out years ago with that. Didn't know her from a can of paint either.
Yeah.
So I've witnessed that.
Yeah, it's like
I felt for that.
Fucking sucks.
I think I might have wanted to cry for her too.
It just
it
sucks,
too,
man. It
She
just
was real
sucks
cute.
for real. Like I seriously feel bad for my wife when she's going through that shit. Like
Yeah. Mine.
Try to make stuff easy.
She OG, man. She's going through the menopause right now.
Well, that's a whole other beast.
That's a
too.
whole other level
whole
right
other
there.
animal.
They didn't teach us that in sex ed.
Yeah, you don't learn about that one.
Yeah, you don't learn about that one.
You're gonna have to teach me about that one.
Menopause, bro. Just stay away.
Yeah.
Stay away. Just stay away.
Okay.
Just stay away. You'll know. You'll see her.
So it's a little different.
She'll be a little pinkish. She'll have a little steam coming up off of her.
Sure.
And she'll just have this look. Don't say nothing.
Don't say anything.
Just walk away.
Yeah, because right now it's a little bit like, oh, I like rub your back, give you some chocolate.
Nah, don't do that. No.
Get you some food. You know, everything's all right. Yeah, I gotta change. I'll have to change my tactics
change
here
the
after a
whole
while.
game. I'll let you know.
I mean, I got like
you got a little bit of
I
time to
got
go.
like 20 more years.
Yeah, you got a little bit of time to go. But I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn that from you. I think.
Invest in some fans. Keep you some fans and shit around. Little ice packs and shit.
Yeah. Oh, and you see her going through it. You just toss her an ice pack.
About 3 bags of ice in the refrigerator, maybe 1 in the freezer if you got a freezer in the garage. Just keep all that shit on hand, man. You're gonna make it through. You all right.
All right, there you go. That's all the time we got. Keep listening to the Always Chillin' podcast for more menopause tips. We can teach you all about it.
Teach you all about it.
Jana, I don't know that Jana would agree. I'd like to hear Jana's perspective on the.
I had to invite her on. Tell you all about it.
We do. I do want to have them come on sometime, man.
I
think that'd be fun. Yeah.
Gotta.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go home and talking to her.
My wife's a little mic shy. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to do it. I'm like, babe, nobody like. We got like, on a good one, 60 people listening.
Don't worry about nothing.
And I'm convinced, like the ones that get 60 views, that's probably my wife watching it 30 times.
Maybe. I think it's my mom.
She's my number one fan.
Yeah, I think it's my mom.
I'm glad your mom likes it.
Yeah, my mom.
That's pretty. That's pretty fun.
Might even have to have my mom on here.
That'd be cool. We could have your mom on. Let's do that.
Talk about the 70s.
Oh, dude. Yeah, let's do that. That actually would be
My mom was a DJ, man, back in the 70s.
I bet she's got all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We could have her on once a month, probably.
At least. My mom's a trip, man.
And we could just sit here and not say anything.
Oh, gangster.
Just say, tell some stories.
About the 70s.
That'd be pretty good. That's a good idea, I think, man. Cause
oh, yeah.
I'm always talking about these YouTube videos will exist for like
forever.
Yeah, for like so like my grandkids can watch them and be like, oh, that's what Grandpa was like when he was 32. That's pretty cool. So they can learn. Your mom could be teaching kids generations from now about what the 70s are like.
The 70s.
Every once in a while, anytime a kid randomly stumbles upon one of these things on YouTube. But who knows? The internet's weird, man. We could be big 100 years from now.
Don't know.
The Always Chillin' podcast could be the shit.
Yeah.
And we would never even know.
We wouldn't know.
Anyways, we'll stop. That's a whole can of worms. We don't need to. I'm about to give myself an existential crisis about it.
Write that down.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, check us out on our socials. Mostly Instagram, a little bit of Twitter or whatever. Like the video, comment, subscribe. You can email us, alwayschillinpodcast@gmail.com. And yeah, other than that, thanks for listening. I'm excited for the next Husker game. I'm ready to be heard again.
We need a dub.
Yeah, we need a dub real bad. Hopefully next week we'll be in a good mood about beating Illinois. But anyway, thanks as always for listening. Make sure you tell your friends and have a great week.